In this video, we're going to be jumping back into a call with Jono from Integrity. We're here for a little update. The pre-sale is coming out on the 19th, with the launch coming out on the 20th. Please tell me I got that correct.
Yeah. Well, the whitelist competition is still going on at the moment. We've got 2 days left.
And the link for the whitelist competition is in the description below, because this video is going out tonight. So you'll have 48 hours to get that completed and sent in, and you might be lucky enough to invest in this one on the pre-sale. But we're not here to promote that side of things today. We're here to grill Jono and ask him all the difficult questions, make him really stressed before the launch, because I know everyone that watches these videos wants to ask him all of these questions himself, and obviously you can't do that. So that is why we are here.
Yes,
So,
thanks.
Jono, it's coming up in how many days we got? We got 4 days until the pre-sale. How do you feel?
Oh my God. Yesterday was stressed. I think it's that as it gets closer, any little things that might need doing become big things, because I'm always thinking, am I doing enough? Am I doing enough? And I'm always worried about marketing, because that was something I worried when I was on the other side of coins as well, when I was looking in. So now that I'm on the inside, it's kind of like those problems almost look bigger. And I probably am overthinking some things, maybe overstressing a little bit. I go on and I talk to my mods, and do you know we've got like an Integrity Together group where you can just say what you want. And I went in there and said, my head hurts. You're like, it's one where you can just like talk to each other about anything. And I had that moment yesterday because I was just thinking, wow, it's a week ago, I was like, it was pure excitement, like, oh yeah, it's going to be 2 weeks time. But because we want this to work so badly, I actually started getting stressed. But luckily, I worked through my tasks, all my integrity stuff, and I feel a lot better today. And I'm looking forward to it. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, Harmeet can actually come see me at the office. He might not because of his commitments. We're going to do either at least a live Zoom call for the launch, or fingers crossed he'll actually come see me in person so we can actually do a live launch with people with us both.
Oh wow, that'd be really good. I'd love to see
Like
that.
a session, like a couple of hours or something, just on a live and on our channel, and then obviously put it on YouTube as well. But yeah, it'll be kind of cool. We want to do like a proper launch with the holders, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, that sounds really good. Really good idea. So yeah, that sounds good. I imagine it is stressful at this type of the project. So how are we feeling about the contract? We got the contract working? All good? Tested?
So the contract's still in testing, and that's probably the biggest. That's probably the most stressful part because of all the moving parts that we put in. We've got to test it quite a lot, stress test it, because we've seen other coins where they think everything's solid, and then they go on the main net, and then they go and they don't do enough testing, and then they go and launch it. Or I'm not saying they've not done enough testing, but they go and launch it, and then they have major problems, and then they have to turn off all the features or anything that's security that's put in place, and then they have problems. And then what we don't want to do is scare holders or new investors, because it looks a bit ugly on the chart, makes people feel really negative, and then they might FUD, and then all that kind of stuff snowballs. So at the moment, I'd love to say, and we hoped we would be in a position where we got, hey, here's the contract, guys, check it out for yourself. The good thing is we've got audit on the ready. So as soon as it's completely, we're happy with it, the audit's going straight through, and it's going to be fast tracked on the code.
Is that going to be before pre-sale or after pre-sale?
We're hoping that we all release before pre-sale. So
And who's the audit by?
I think it's Solidity or Solidify. This is bad, isn't it? I can't remember the name. It's because Harmeet knows all these details. But we've been KYC'd, and that will be released very shortly as well.
And they done the KYC as well?
They've done the KYC as well. Yeah.
Okay.
But I will have to double check with the audit, because I might have just said the KYC name instead of the audit one. But they're both done by reputable companies. And Harmeet's done his research.
Double check with Harmeet, and then
Yeah.
and then do the top comment on this video. And if people want to check, then they can check and just in down below to the top comment, and it'll be you confirming the audit company.
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. At least then they can see it. And we've also done, so I think today my LinkedIn and my Twitter as being added to the website. So
Nice.
Prabjit's. The reason why Harmeet isn't is because he hasn't actually got a personal one. So he's never actually just made one. But, everyone's seen his face. We're hoping they'll see our face a lot more. They'll just go, okay, look, Jono and Prab are both. You can see they're on these profiles, and they've had them for years. Anyone could just make one today, couldn't they? And go, look, that's me. So it's going to be, we're going to have links on there. So it's docs. KYC come in, audits come in. We want to just give people peace of mind. And the white paper was changed again today because we need to update it. So that's got a final completion again because I know we've had to keep changing it to keep up with all the utilities and the changes.
Cool. So pre-sale is obviously first before the launch. A few questions about the pre-sale. So what kind of bot prevention have you got? I know you've mentioned it to me briefly about for the launch. Obviously, I know it's not a bot prevention as such, but it should work technically the same. So if you want to explain that.
I mean, first of all, we did consider, me and Hamid had this conversation about whether we should, a lot of people increase the tax for the first 10 minutes to stop bots. And what you then do is you announce to everyone, or by the way, we're adding like a 90% tax for 10 minutes. But the only issue with that, and there's like a couple that come up. One, the first obvious one is there are some people who will just look at a coin and go, I want to invest in that, but they don't sit in the Telegram. They'll invest it on the day, or they'll try and get in whitelist. If they don't, then they go on the launch. Mm-hmm. They could get involved in the first 10 minutes, then 90% of their money's gone, and there's nothing we can do because that'll get sucked into liquidity. And I know you could say it's a fool on them, but then we were just concerned of having too many issues, and we just wanted to make sure it was fair for everyone. So we decided not to put in a really high tax, but because we have a maximum. So if you can buy as much as you like. So let's say someone came in the bot and started buying, but as soon as they started selling, they can't sell more than 200 billion. Now that could be a large figure in the future, as the coin value goes up. But we can change that number. But we thought we want a fair number because we don't want to stop people doing that at all because, at the end of the day, it's their coins. They should be able to do what they want. So, but at the same time, we don't want to sell everything. So they can buy as much as they like, but as soon as they sell something, they can sell maximum of 200 billion. And then there's a lock on their wallet with our coin where they can't buy or sell for 24 hours. And the reason why you can't buy or sell is at that point is so they're not trying to buy dips, all the time and just trade it.
Yeah, exactly. So it does stop the bots. So just to give people an idea of how much 200 billion is, how much is one BNB on the pre-sale? How much would you get coin wise?
So on the pre-sale, you get 500 billion on one BNB.
All right, and launch or starting.
On launch,
I know it changes really quick, but
yeah, I mean, I think on launch it's 400 billion, but then it's going to change.
Yeah, so we're roughly looking at 0.5 BNB for the pre-sale as 0.55, something like that, which is the maximum sale.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, cool. Well, that sounds really good. Actually, it sounds like a really good way of doing it.
Yeah, which is we're trying to make it like so people. It's not the coin doesn't get crushed, by people trying to do that, and it'll put those people off. They just probably won't bother with.
Well, it's gonna stop the bots.
Yeah, it'll stop the bots
completely. It'll stop them completely.
Yeah, they won't be happy having to wait 24 hours to sell again.
No.
And even, by the way, even with transfer, you might think, well, I'll just transfer the coins out. So I know that we've decided not to do a tax on transfer because we're trying to be
good,
different, a little bit fairer. So we know that like we've had problems before and people where they.
The big exchanges don't like transfer tax. They don't allow transfer tax on coins, do they?
No, that's true. That's true. They don't. So we want to go down that line, but at the same time, again, so someone's not transferring to like loads of wallets and 200 billion worth. We're putting a 24-hour lock on the sending and receiving wallet as well. Now I know that over time they could still kind of do that, but it would still slow that process down and put people off from trying to transfer out and then just sell it. But yeah.
Good. That is exciting. Good. So, well, I hope the launch side of things and the pre-sale goes well. Just to confirm, how many whitelist spots are there total?
So the whitelist spots at the moment on the competition. Well, it depends.
No, in total.
In total. So this number could change. At the moment, we've got 700 whitelist spots and 800 BNB. So we're trying to have a higher number of BNB over the whitelist spots. However, this is subject to change because we are looking to. I think we've created more spots in private sale as well because we're trying to get people on board in other groups where we're part of our marketing push. So, but at the moment we've had to say max 800 BNB with a 700 on the whitelist. But that is again could be changing.
Okay, and all of them whitelist people. They're all coming from the competitions and the sweeping widget. Is it sweeping widget or digit?
So Sweep Widget
Yeah.
is at the moment, I know, has got at least, and we know because we've got Sweep Widget competition and then our other competitions. So we've got at least 325 coming from the Sweep Widget, and then we've got the other. I can't remember the other number right now from the other competitions, and then we have wallets that we have given allocated to groups. So these investor groups, because what we're trying to do is create stability, and this is like. It's kind of like marketing, but at the same time seeking investors that people that are going to hold, groups that are well known to hold. And we spoke to some groups who are very honest, where they say, well, actually, we allocate some to holding, some to selling. And so we have to decide, well, how many do we give to those guys? Because we need to be careful as well. But yeah, we're trying to have an approach where it gives us a good foundation, a good price floor. So we're not just going out and paying for promotion, say, because we have got a budget. We can't just spend our money. We're going to swap some whitelist spots as well, and we don't want to go out there and just give them to anyone who's going to promote us, and then they'll just give them away, and then those people just go, "Oh, it's 2x sell." So we're doing our best to have a good, fair launch for the guys in the group, and so they've got a fair chance of getting a whitelist spot, and then we also want to use some for marketing and having guys that are going to just be holding the coin and happy to get reflections and see our utilities through and see us long term.
And is the max buy still 2 BNB?
The max buy is still 2 BNB at the moment.
Per pre-sale spot, yeah.
Per pre-sale spot. So that is something that I did discuss with Harmeet, but he's still very, very confident that more people are going to try and go for the max, and it's going to. But again, because of the fact that we might be shifting the numbers around, because I did speak to Harmeet just recently, or yesterday. And that number might come down of the BNB that's available anyway, and then also some of the whitelist spots might come down a little bit as well.
Really?
But yeah, it's good. It's for a benefit though, and a good thing, because the reshift will allow it. So you said you were concerned before about not having a big enough. You should let more people buy more BNB on the whitelist. It will kind of make those numbers make more sense and more like to sort of sell out.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously, we want to sell out. Like that's the aim, to be able to sell out rather than hit halfway and then having to burn the rest. Which, by the way, what we're planning to do. If we don't sell out, we're planning to burn it. So then that supply's gone.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be buying 2 BNB. So there's that thrown out there, and if anyone has actually made it this far in the video and they're planning on buying, I would like to know. So please comment buying in the comments if you are buying some Integrity coin or planning on buying it, either on the pre-sale on the 19th or the launch on the 20th. So let's move on to, we've covered the launch, covered the pre-sale, let's move on to the day after. Everyone loves a bit of marketing, so what's the plan?
Yeah, so because I know when you look at our stats, when you look at our white paper, you go, okay, they put 0% marketing. But the reason why we do that is because, like, I'm just going to use an example there. Like, imagine you're buying something with, your debit card, and they take a fee, right? They always take a fee, but it's so minuscule we don't notice. Like, the Visa charge the banks and all that kind of stuff. But imagine they charge like 2-3% every time you bought something. That's the same with us doing that to you guys, like to the holders. If we were to put a big percentage into that marketing wallet, it's like that's a charge that you'll never get back. Like, we can't put it in reflections; it just goes into our wallet. So instead, what we're doing is using all the reflections that we get from our team wallet, well, not all of them, but a large chunk of them, and we are going to start putting that back into marketing. So we've got a company. I can't disclose the name right now. That's just because I don't want to say their name and then things don't go ahead and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, of course.
But what they do is they specialize in marketing for cryptocurrencies, and we've checked them out and we know they're legit. And they will help us with some things as simple as getting ourselves on like Yahoo Finance. I know that sounds pretty basic, but we don't want to just go on loads of random news sites that don't really exist. What's called, like, I don't know, Huffington Post. Like, it's got some weird name. You're like, that's not real. It's just like someone's website. WordPress. So we want to go
the Daily Poo coin.
Yeah, the Daily Poo coin. I mean, that sounds pretty cool. You should start that. They should have a little email newsletter. So we want to start with some solid SEO stuff, things where people just put our name into Google, they're going to see some articles, and then it starts to ramp up a little bit. I personally want to keep pursuing more videos on YouTube. So obviously I'm going to hopefully do more videos with you. I'm going to do more videos with Todd Hart. He's like really excited to work with us as well. If you say, have you got any other announcements? Because I want to do another video with him just before launch and then maybe just after as well. So we're going to start working with more YouTubers because I'm very much down that road. Harmeet was saying, let's get some articles going as well, which I do believe is a good idea. And then we'll get on the typical CoinGecko, those kind of places. But the marketing efforts, when they start, the good thing is we are going to give a healthy budget towards marketing. And we are going to be focusing on that because our first utility starts straight away anyway. And if we know that if we market, not only are we going to bring in more investors, which means more reflections for everyone, but it just gets our awareness out there. And that word of mouth then grows and grows and grows. And we kind of want that effect. We've seen other coins manage to do the same.
It's funny you say that because there are obviously a lot of coins, when they launch, they say they're going to do marketing or
Yeah.
say there's big plans for marketing. They slap some PooCoin ads on, they leave it for a week, and then they eventually just take all of the marketing money and they don't do anything with it. And some of the more successful coins that I've seen have had daily, if not, every other day or every week updates in the Telegram with a new piece of marketing, a new YouTube video, a new post on Yahoo Finance, just like you said, stuff like that. Snapchat story, even their influencer posts on their stories, Instagram stuff, and them coins have always seemed not even to moon, but just to be stable.
Yeah.
And for a coin to be stable on the Binance Smart Chain is impressive.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. Most people are in the Binance Smart Chain. They're here to make money, and it's not like the Ethereum chain where it costs a lot to invest on the Ethereum chain. So you keep a lot of the coins. You don't want to sell them because it costs a lot. And so but that being said, the coins that do well on the Binance Smart Chain, they really do well.
Oh yeah.
They really do well.
Yeah.
So
I suppose what we don't want to do is we don't want to be those guys that just go, okay, what should we do for marketing? Well, I saw an ad on PooCoin. Let's put some money on that. Okay, what about some posters in London?
yeah, let's put a billboard up in Times Square. Yeah.
The only thing that I'll ever do offline is I'd love to do one day do kind of like a meetup, but maybe a meetup at an interesting place. So like Birmingham Bullring, I've got like some big business convention. I bet they just have every business under the sun, but not a crypto business. I'd love to turn up there with a stand, just show people what we can do. Like maybe even even the people there just show this is how you create a wallet, like just to everyday people, but at the same time use it as a meetup for anyone who's involved in integrity. Like that's the only, and that's not advertising, by the way. That is us just trying to do something interesting and different. And yeah, we'd post about it. We'd show it on all our socials. But that's the kind of offline stuff that I'd really do, because that's just me and the people that are already holders, saying thanks to them, showing the other people that might not ever consider crypto, and spreading that little bit of word of mouth and a bit of fun. I think I'd do things offline if it was fun for integrity and the holders, if the ones in the UK, want to come down and say hi. So that's the only offline stuff I do. But online wise, yeah, I'm going to avoid those typical stuff, and on those small coin. I know I've mentioned coin sniping before, and I know that in our group we try and promote it a little bit because believe it or not,
the voting.
Yeah, believe it or not, there's a few people did actually come from there. I was very surprised.
I've found coins on them sites before, so
yeah. So I've now come to I now go on every day, do the little vote, just anyway. But we're going to go for very much more targeted marketing than that. But I've found it hard. It's not easy to find targeted marketing and then not pay, 20 BNB for it. I've spoke to some guys and they were very casual in their price. Yeah, it's videos between 10 and 15,000. And I was like, what?
Really? For one video?
One video for some of these guys on YouTube.
And how many subs have they got?
These are guys who are getting views where they're like 30k plus views.
Still, you're paying 50p a view.
I know. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I suppose but then that was like a, like how you get quality views, as in they've got They've got a lot of subs, but they also got their views are high, and they got a lot of interaction. I think they're obviously selling that, so I kind of go, okay, fair enough, yeah. I'll look at one actually. Let me just tell you one quickly. His name is like something Vosk. Vosk.
It's not that guy that does the like 10 cryptos a day.
It's the guy. Okay, to be fair, this guy has got 582k subs.
It's about the views though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the subs are kind of irrelevant.
So yeah, actually, we might not get more than some of these, but so 2 days ago, 12k views, 18k views. But yeah, when he got back to me, 13k. So it's okay, 26k. But yeah, he was the one who was like $10,000 to $15,000 per video. I was like, whoa. And then you like take a step back. So I realized we're not at that kind of level, and I'm not sure if I want to go down that route, like to that extreme. But I have been approached by a lot of people who've got channels on YouTube where I'm just like, no, it first doesn't match up with Integrity's values or how the way
just pure promotion channels?
Yeah, pure promotion, but also pure promotion where it's like really badly done as well.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
The ones with the odd video in between, and like they're doing a lot of promoting because they want to make money, but they have some good videos, or they do like you do sometimes where you do like reviews of things or ideas. I like that when they do that in between because they're providing their own personal value, and I especially like it where the host brings his personality into their videos. It's the ones where they just talk over it and it's just a website and it's information, and then they approach me and say, 5BNB and I'll do a video, and I see their channel. Yeah, it might have 100k bots subscribed to it or something, and they get loads of views with like one comment.
You can pay less than 15k for 100,000 subs on YouTube.
Yeah, there you go, exactly. So we get approached by a lot of those. So again, I'm not going to mess around in that sense, but we are going to be doing marketing. That's 100% going to happen, and we're not going to go on any of these small sites unless someone put it on for free. There you go. That's where you'll see it somewhere small because it's somewhere free. But other than that, yeah. I mean, that's the marketing. I really am keen to get it right. I know it's important. It's just hard to say, yeah, this is definitely going to happen, as in that it's going to be successful, because I know that marketing can sometimes be a flop. Some of these other coins, they put loads of money into some things and they've got hardly anything back. But then they can put a post with someone and someone does a favor for them on like Twitter, and then suddenly they get 200 people come into the group because that person is like respected and they've done a good job.
Yeah. No, I can understand how difficult and probably the stresses that you're under at the moment. So, but the marketing plan sounds good. So it sounds better than the average Joe, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like 15 coin releases a day on pre-sales, and I feel like this one is kind of one that people have been looking at for a while, and that they've got on their calendar, they're waiting to invest, and it is more of a hold coin than just a quick 2x. I mean. Yeah. You haven't got the word Elon in your title, so
hey, we're doing something right.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's all my questions. I'm hoping we can have an update call either just before the pre-sale, although I doubt it, or just after, and we'll see how things go. See how things are going. Review the launch. Talk about any issues or any upcoming plans, because I know that kind of 1 to 2 day period after the launch of the coin is vital for content. People just people want an update every 30 minutes.
And the thing is, like this, because this was already planned before we moved the launch back. I'm actually going away, but I'm not going far. I'm just going to Cornwall. I've got a place in Cornwall, and I had that plan, and I was like, I can't move that. And then I've just said, I'm going with a friend, and I just said to him, just so you know, I'm launching our coin on the Sunday. And so the first 2 days, I might not be so much fun, because I'm going to be like on Telegram talking to people.
Literally, yeah.
So I want to be there for everyone. That's why I want to do the live thing on Sunday, with live launch with everyone. I'm actually going to be buying into the coin as well, live with people. So I'll be there sweating, trying to put in my BNB and trying to buy in while it's spiking up and everything. So I'm looking forward to doing that, and I'll do it live in front of people. That'll be fun. And then on the following days, I'll be in Cornwall, but I've upgraded the internet at the chalet, so it's I'm making sure that I'm prepped and ready. And yeah, it's going to be fun. But at the same time, I think I'll enjoy, once it's released, that it's going to be a weird feeling. It's going to be a relief that it's started, but then that's when everything really starts. That's where then the stress will come in of, well, we need to keep this up. We need to keep up with talking to people, making sure our mods are doing a good job, make sure our marketing's on point, making sure the coin's stable. Like all the new problems will come in, but I'm looking forward to it.
And I would just like to, or I say I hope, I advise on the day, a lot of coins do a AMA 30 minutes before the pre-sale or 30 minutes before launch. I am asking you to do it for 2 hours or 3 hours, whatever you got. You don't even have to be in it, but let people be in there, let them talk.
Yeah.
Because they love it. They hate being locked out. It's when you're locked out of a Telegram and you can't talk to the other members, everyone gets worried.
Here's a question for you, Scott, because you've got experience seeing this, and I've seen this before. Do you know when people try to bot your group?
Yep.
And then you have to stop the comments.
Yeah. So you basically you need the capture, because the capture they can't do, so they'll get kicked out of the group after 15 seconds or so after not completing the capture. Also, you need to turn the welcome message off, because without the welcome message, it doesn't show their username. Okay. I would recommend contacting someone that knows a lot about bot prevention for releases, because there are people out there that just specialize in Telegram bot prevention for coin releases. Contact someone and they'll be able to help you out, because very important to help people not get scammed, and that no matter how good you think it is, there will be a bot that can beat it. So it's definitely best to contact a professional.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, because we did we put the capture in. We have got the auto message when Rose says something.
Yeah, so that shows their username, and what they do is they'll set their username, thousands of them, as a launch live contract, and then with a contract address. And I've done it before. I've clicked the wrong, and they hyperlink their username, so you can actually click the username. And I've done it before and gone onto the wrong PinkSale. It's so common.
PinkSale with a Z at the end, and I actually put money in as well, and I was just like, oh cool, yeah. And it was right at the start, and I'd only obviously invested one coin at the time. I was only never grown, and then that was my next one, because the bot had got me, and everything looked the same, and it was a really good website, but the bar didn't move. Like the bar, it's like you bought so much, it stayed, but it was like flashing, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll buy, put one BNB in, and that was it. It was gone. I was just like, and at the time BNB was worth like $500, and I was like, oh.
And you need to remember to disconnect your wallet from that site, because that's how I got hacked.
Oh.
Because if you don't disconnect your wallet, they have access to sell your wallet.
Oh God, that's insane.
Yeah, but if you want some help on that, you can always check out my how to prevent being hacked and how to prevent scams on PinkSale, which I've got 2 or 3 videos on PinkSale scams. So if you want some info, just go and check them out, or you can just click one of the links up here, because we're bringing this video to an end and it has an end screen. Yeah. So we have playlists up here, video down there, and something else up here with a little channel down there. So
get in the Telegram group for integrity. All that good stuff.
Well, we'll come back for an update maybe on the 21st. Yeah, 21st or the 22nd.
You'll see me in Cornwall, but I'll happily do a video from there, mate.
Yeah, cool. And we'll have some we'll have some updates in mine and your channels, Telegram channels, then and after. Anyway, so all the links for Integrity Coin are in the description below. Telegram channels, website. The pre-sale link hasn't been released yet, has it?
No, it hasn't. No, that platform is just being tidied up.
Cool. No worries. Right. Well,
I'm hoping for a good launch, mate. A good launch and a smooth launch, and then as soon as it's done, I can crack open a beer and relax for just 10 seconds.
Well, thank you for coming on the channel today, and for anyone watching, if you do want to check out one of my other videos, then there are plenty of videos on how to prevent PinkSale scams and some other coins. But I would definitely recommend looking at my first integrity video and just getting yourself in that coin and in their Telegram channel.
Thanks for having me, Scott. Appreciate it.